the News Channel 5 network, this is MorningLine with Nick Barris.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us on MorningLine. Nick Barris here with you on a Tuesday. We have a good show on tap for you. I invite you to join in the conversation. Also invite you to follow us. We're streaming this morning on Facebook at newschannel5.com, so I'll be following it there. And if you want to comment or send a question or comment there, I'll pass it on to our guest, who is joining us here, sitting to my immediate left, and he's been busy lately. Butch Spiriton is with us. Good morning to you, Butch.
Good morning.
CEO of the Nashville Convention and Visitors Corporation. Been busy with anything lately?
I had a couple things going on. You know, spring's in the air, so we're sprucing up.
Is that what it is?
That's
Yeah,
what it
it's
is.
not a typical spring. And as you know, of course, the NFL draft going to be kicking off and getting rocking and rolling next week, and a lot around that. It was nice of him to come on this morning to talk about some of the latest there. Ask some questions if you'd like of him. You know, we can touch bases on a lot of the things going on here. As you said more than once, there are a lot of moving pieces in putting this together. One of my interests in having you on was, and we'll talk about some of the details on everything from parking and what you can expect. We've covered a lot of that, but behind the scenes, now, have you had to talk to Roger Goodell yourself? Have you had a chance to talk to him?
Last fall we had him in town.
Okay,
so I had
and
a
you met
chance
him.
to say hello, talk a little bit. He has high expectations, and
yeah,
we're going to over-deliver.
But I would anticipate as much. What's it like dealing behind the scenes with the NFL? And I say that just from the sense of we bring so much to this town, big time stuff, but it's almost as though the NFL is an entity unto itself and is huge. What's it like?
You know, I'd say it's probably a lot of what people think. It's this big, influential, wealthy entity. Yeah. But what maybe the biggest surprise is staff is polite, professional, knowledgeable. You know, they know what they want and they're going to push, but they've listened. They've responded when we've gone, no, that bad idea or not going to work. And we've learned a lot from them. So I was expecting tire tracks over my body, but it hadn't been that way at all. And I know a lot of the rumor mill out there has been, oh, the bully. You know, they just haven't been a bully. Yeah. They're good at what they do. They're the biggest sports entity in the world for a reason. But they're good.
Well, and the truth is, there's a perception out there that, you know, the NFL comes calling and whatever community wants them has to give them everything they want. And I know you want to accommodate them, but it's true now. When Nashville was in the running for the draft, which is a big deal, obviously, especially these days, other communities were in the race for it as well, right?
Oh, 17 cities, then 5 finalists, and then they were going to announce 2, and they only announced 1 when we were awarded. So yeah, highly competitive, but I guess they put an RFP out. We submitted a proposal. So we offered what we knew we were capable of offering. Then we also sat down and said, once they picked Nashville, how can we make it better? And we're in full agreement of, let's make it better. Let's make it better so it's a win for Nashville. And I think Nashville got that.
You've been here for more than 2 decades now.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
I'm old.
I mean, well, seriously, when you started and you know, you've brought so much to this town. Where does the NFL draft rank in comparison to some of the? And this would include, for instance, bringing the Titans here, which was obviously huge. I mean, how and other things that maybe aren't even sports related. Where does the NFL draft rank, you think? And maybe it's hard to say that before it's happened. Hopefully, it goes smoothly.
That's probably the best answer. It's high on the list in terms of what would nobody expect we could do. What could we deliver on and deliver on a stage that's equal or better than New York, Chicago, Vegas next year. And hit me this weekend. And we bought an ad buy down at the Alabama A-Day game and a few other places just to come up for the draft. Well, all of a sudden, they took it to a higher level, and they're interviewing players that are going to be here and saying, you got to be in Nashville. Then I'm watching or listening to the Masters and on PGA radio, and they start talking about the draft live from Nashville. And then last night on American Idol, they're talking to Luke Bryan about the draft in Nashville. All that just took it to another level for me, and that's just in the last 3 days.
So just by that, are you expanding what you think the number of people will be coming? I mean, seriously, what's the tally? I'm trying to get a handle. I've heard different numbers. It's huge. How many people do we think are coming for the draft?
So when you say coming for the draft, we've estimated that between the fan experience and the draft on Broadway, that we'll have 100,000 a day. That also equates to probably that same 100,000 all being on Broadway. I think that's conservative, but weather will dictate a number of other things. We're prepared with the Metro Police to go upwards of 150. And you know, people say, well, why would we go? It's going to be too crowded. July 4th last year, we had 250,000 people downtown.
Yeah.
New Year's Eve, the last time we were on Broadway, we had 150,000. So we've done it. And we're not scared of that. We're experienced. The police department, public works are unbelievably great at helping and leading. So there's room.
Yeah, and again,
it'll be fun, and it's free.
And it's not locals necessarily, even though I know a lot of locals are going to come. But are we thinking that a contingent from every NFL city of fans is going to come for this?
Absolutely. Every team has the ability to invite 50 super fans.
Oh, okay.
And so they will have seats up close. What I saw in Dallas, when that team picks a player, the first stop, that player goes to the fans. And they spend 10 or 15 minutes doing selfies and celebrating. Then they go do the media interviews. So yeah, there are 32 teams, each sending 50 people.
Yeah, minimum 50. And then other fans are going to travel here because, hey, Nashville in the spring, this is a great place to go have a fun time.
If you look at what happens when we play teams like the Steelers, the Packers, the Patriots, the Bears, those fans that come in, now you've got driving distance of the Falcons and the Bengals and the Colts.
Yeah, it's not a bad drive at all.
We're going to be a destination draft.
I think we did a story yesterday on, have you heard any updates on this, occupancy for Airbnbs and hotels? They're pretty much full for that weekend.
Downtown's virtually full. Airbnbs, last we checked, we're at 85%.
Okay.
So they'll be full. I think there'll be some rooms in the city. Rates are fairly high, but it's going to be a good windfall for Nashville.
Again, the tally number, there are folks out there who don't give a hoot about football or the draft. They live in Nashville and are wondering, well, this is just going to be a headache for us, and the downtown's going to be a mess. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing it?
Well, we do it for the economic impact. We do it to generate sales tax revenue for the city and the state. So, and I know some of the less than enthusiastic people out there, well, I don't get to see any of that money. Well, let me be clear, our job's to bring it in. We don't get to decide how it's spent.
Where the money goes.
But
well, that's your city council, that's your mayor.
And the state.
And the state, so,
but if they don't have it, I promise you property tax or sales tax are going to go up.
Yeah.
So let's import it as opposed to raising it on ourselves.
And we're thinking, how much again? Probably.
Well, Dallas estimated 125 million economic impact and 80 million in direct spending. I think we top the direct spending. I don't even think that's close.
Okay.
And then, weather and other factors will play it out.
I saw where I think, what was it? You were estimating last week in terms of the total amount of money brought in. I guess 74 million was what the NFL said for Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas did their own study, and we will be doing our own research. And so after the fact, I can give you a pretty good number and tell you exactly how we got it.
Yeah.
But beforehand, you're guessing. But based on bookings, based on average hotel rate, based on the fact that the NFL's probably bringing 500 to 1,000 people themselves, then the 1,000 to 2,000 media from all over the world coming, it's not hard to get there.
And just as we go to the break, if this continues to grow the city and we get the hotel to accommodate it, and I don't know what upgrades would have to be done at the stadium, but if this goes well and you have a good relationship with the NFL, does that increase the chances of someday hosting a Super Bowl?
I think yes, the short answer. But I also put it in, Nashville's got to decide if we want to do that sort of thing. It absolutely puts us on the map of large-scale events, experience, willingness, all of those things that we've demonstrated up to this point will play a factor. Because we were the, we're the little kid.
Yeah.
We weren't supposed to be here.
I know.
And that's what I love. But
I know that's what you love. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, phone lines will be open. If you want to join in the conversation, we'll get the phone number up there for you if you have a question for Butch. Also, we're streaming on newschannel5.com on Facebook. If you have a question or comment for him based on what's happening with the NFL draft, we'll try to answer them for you. We're going till 9 o'clock. We'll be back with more right after this.